Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis, along with my co-host, Mr. James Miller.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing this Sunday night? Hope y'all doing well. Watching a lot of football going on. There's a lot to talk about in this episode. But before we get started, I'll let Beans do a shout out to our listeners.
Yes, we'd like to give a shout out to those that come and watch the live and give us your undivided attention. We thank you for that. And for those that watch the replay, we also thank you for that. We didn't have a radio show last week due to the holiday. Hopefully, we'll get one through this week.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get one in. I'm trying to finish up our picks here.
No problem. I can go ahead and start us off as far as WNBA news. Not sure. I think that's what I wanted to say. We had a big time signing. Sophie Cunningham has went with Project B, the Saudi back league, but I didn't find out how much she was getting. I know they had to offer her anytime Ogwumike, they offered her $2 million, and she took the money. I know they have got to have gave her some serious cash, but so far I haven't found out exactly what she's making. And I know it's not clickbait because she said on her podcast, she has a podcast with her brother-in-law. She said she on the podcast that she would be going and playing in Project B.
Project B.
So it's official. I just don't know how much money they gave her. I'm sure she got a big sack though.
Well, I mean, with what they make in the women's, you can't blame them.
It's definitely a big bag.
I mean, so you can't blame them because like we've talked about several times at the women's NBA, and you hear everybody like, well, they need to make more money. They need to make more money. But these women are expecting to make what the men make, and you can see with their comments and everything else, and it ain't going to happen. It's never going to happen.
It's not. They just got greedy because they know that the new expansion teams are coming in. They got to pay $500 million just to get the expansion team, and due to the fact that they had that profit sharing, they would actually get a good percentage of that. They want that 50-50 profit sharing. And I think right now they're only at like 10%, 9 or 10%.
Here's the thing. I mean, think about this from a business standpoint. You're going to get start a team, an expansion team in the women's. That's a lot of money to come up front.
It is.
I mean, I don't care who you are, because it's going to take years to make that money back.
It sure is.
So, I mean, it's like going in the hole or something like that. And I'm going to mention this because this is like from a business standpoint. And, we don't talk politics on here, but that's like you hear where with your politicians when they go, well, he filed bankruptcy on so many business. She filed bankruptcy on so many business. Well, the thing is, when you open a business, it's like you're taking a gamble. Okay. You're hoping that business is going to profit and it's going to do good. So some business you may get in it, it's going to do well, and then others it's not. So you're going to have to file bankruptcy and fold.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this, I mean, that's a lot of money to put into something that I don't see it. I mean, it's going to be a while. I mean, unless you're a billionaire or it has a lot of money to throw away up front first, it's going to take years to even come break even.
It will.
So,
especially like they've been around for what WNBA. I want to say it was 27. This was the 27th or 28th year that they just finished up, and they just started barely breaking even. I think last year they broke even, and this year they might have made some money, but
Yeah, I mean
all that's gonna be gone because they're gonna throw it all away.
it is, and that's a lot of money to start to take out up front just to start something. Now, if it was in the men's, you're gonna profit a little quicker than
Yeah,
the women's. Man, that's a lot of money to put up front to get a team together and everything else. Um, so uh, is that all the drama with the women's?
that was the only thing I had on women's. I wanted to make sure because last time I talked about Guma K and all them getting the money, and I just found out over the weekend about Caitlin. I'm not Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham going to Project B, and right now she is a big ticket. I mean, like she has got a lot of momentum going right now, and she is using it to her advantage, and that is a good thing.
Well, on the other hand, on the opposite side with the NBA, you got LeBron James still out.
Oh, he is out again.
Yeah,
Oh, Shaq went off on him and
did he?
KD. Oh, you didn't hear about that? That's the rumor.
No, no. I love Shaq. I love Shaq, and I love Chuck because they don't care, they don't hold back, and they
Yeah,
let it be known. No, I hadn't heard about that.
yeah. Man, I'm gonna have to look that up on my phone real quick because it got so serious and so heated that KD almost got attacked. Somebody tried to I just can't figure out who was it that's trying to beat the heck out of which guy? Because they was both disrespecting. They was talking about the GOAT should be LeBron. That MJ didn't do all this and all that and everything. They was talking crap, and Shaq had to go off on him. But it got serious with KD. Somebody tried to assault KD. Let me see if I can find this up on Google real
All right,
quick.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna go over some scores from the night day. You had the Celtics over the Cavaliers, 117 to 115. You had the Knicks beating the Raptors, 116-94. It looks like your Knicks is on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
You had the Thunder over the Trailblazers, 123 to 115. You got two games getting ready to start here. Well, one just now started, the Grizzlies and the Kings, and then you got the Pelicans and the Lakers. Like I said, the LeBron isn't playing, which I'd tell him not to play all year. We're doing good. So you got two games in process right now in the second overtime right now. You got the Hawks got 140 and the 76ers got 134 with 31 seconds left in that second overtime. It looks like the Hawks are going to pull that off unless something happens, but 30 seconds is a lot. Well, now it's down to 22 seconds. So, and then you have in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left, the Spurs 109, the Timberwolves 120 is the rundown right now. Looking at the standings to see where your Knicks, see if they moved up. I think they should have, shouldn't they? Because they've been winning. Your Knicks. Look at that. Your Knicks is back in second place. They went from what, sixth last time we was on
Yeah,
the
last
air,
thing it was 6.
back to second place. So Detroit. You hear that? Detroit is leading the East.
I know. That's the
Detroit,
weird thing because he's been like they've been at the bottom last couple of years.
not the Cavaliers, not the Celtics, not the Raptors. Detroit Pistons. That is insane. Um, and then out west, Oklahoma City Thunder, they're 20-1. Man, they are on a roll. Look out for the Lakers, 14-4. As long as LeBron stays out of that lineup, they'll be all right. The Rockets 13-4, Nuggets 14-5, San Antonio 13-5, and then Minnesota is 11-8 at the number 6 seed. And that's the rundown of the standings in the NBA right now. He's still looking for that. I'll jump on over here to some hockey.
Actually, I found it, but I can't find out what's got. It was on a podcast. There was podcast called Mind the Game,
Uh-huh.
and Kevin Durant and LeBron was on there. Turns out this was a joke. It was a joke, but it went too far. But it won't tell me who tried to assault him after everything was said and done. So I guess that was, I was on Instagram when I was watching that. So,
Oh dear Lord. You and your Instagram.
it looks like what they said was true, but about Kevin Durant getting assaulted, that might be false because I can't find it nowhere on Google.
I'll run down some scores here of the Hockey League. Here's some finals. You had the Capitals beating the Islanders 4-1. You had the Blackhawks beating the Ducks in Chicago 5-3. The Hurricanes over the Flames in overtime 1-0, and then the Stars over the Center 6-1 is the rundown some scores from hockey today. Let me get over here before we move on because football takes up the majority of our our podcast. Excuse me. Get over here to some men's basketball. I know West Virginia won today, but they played a small school. They won pretty big, 70-38. Mercyhurst is who they played. Yeah, Texas Tech today playing had beaten Wyoming 76-72. That's the only, I guess, top 25 ranked team scheduled for today. I'll run down some scores from yesterday. You had number 2 Arizona beating Norfolk State 98-61. Number 25 Indiana beating Bethune-Cookman 100-56, and that was the only 2 games yesterday. So there's a rundown. Let me go back to today's games, and let me just go back to some other scores besides the top 25.
Right.
That's the thing. When you click on these scores, it just shows the top 25 even for football. Like I said, you had West Virginia beating Mercyhurst 70-38. You had Ball State beating La Moyne 96-85. You had Merrick beating LaSalle 66-60. New Haven over Mitchell College 92-69. Albany over Sunny 90-62. San Joseph's over Princeton 60-58. Siena over Maine 64-60. And I think that's all I'm going to run down. There's a whole list of these. That's it I'm going to mention right now. So, yeah, I'll be here forever.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a rundown of scores with college basketball in the last couple of days. Now, you found anything else on that, or is that all you found on?
Yeah, that's all I found.
Okay.
Like I said, all the drama was on Instagram when I was looking at it, but turns out that part wasn't true.
All right,
But LeBron and them did say it.
I'll run some scores with college football from the past couple of days. The season is over now.
Mm-hmm.
Regular season, you've got championships to be played. But here's some scores. Indiana beat Purdue 56-3. Texas beat Texas A&M 27-17. Handed Texas A&M their first loss. This playoff thing's going to be a mess.
It is.
But it's and then you had Georgia beating Georgia Tech 16-9. Ole Miss beat Mississippi State 38-19. I got something to come back on there. Ole Miss here in a minute. Utah beating Kansas 31-21. Arizona beating Arizona State 23-7. You had Ohio State beating Michigan 27-9. Texas Tech stomped West Virginia 49-0. And I'm gonna jump on some of these West Virginia fans here in a minute. I could do it because I'm a West Virginia fan, so I'm gonna jump on some of y'all. Oregon beating Washington 26-14. Oklahoma beating LSU 17-13, and Notre Dame beating Stanford 49-20. Alabama 27, Auburn 20. BYU beating UCF 41-21. Miami over Pittsburgh 38-7. Vandy over the Vols 45-24. USC beat UCLA 29-10. Virginia beat Virginia Tech 27-7. Cal over SMU 38-35. And Tulane over Charlotte 27-0. All right. First of all, before we get back up to the big news, I'm going to back up here to West Virginia got beat pretty bad after being competitive for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Thing is, Texas Tech's a good ball team. They're good.
Yep.
They're going to win the Big 12. BYU is not going to beat Texas Tech. I'm sorry. It is just not. Not unless they lose their quarterback and a couple of their key players to injuries there at BYU, I don't think is going to do it. And I like BYU. So this being said, and this is NFL, this is college. Some of you fans are just delusional. Y'all don't know the football. You just talking from your mouth. I mean, that's like bashing Coach Rodriguez there in West Virginia. Here, let me explain something that the people don't. They can't get by. All right, they got the 4th best recruiting class in program history. They got 2 stud linemen coming in. That's what we need. Our line's too small. They could not block. You got 2 stud linemen coming. All right. You got a quarterback coming from out west. He's supposed to be pretty good, but they have the 4th best recruiting class in program history. That's pretty good. That means Rich Rod is bringing his men in. He's bringing his players in. They are going to be fine. Okay. They'll be fine. You're going to have a different outcome than this year when it comes to it. They went 4-8. They'll probably go. He gets his players in. They can go 6-6, 7-5 at least next year. And in year 3, he'll probably win the Big 12 championship. You hear that? By year 3, he'll win the Big 12 championship. He'll have his players. And here's what you got to know about Rich Rodriguez that people don't know him. And the people that are still butthurt because he left the first time, the West Virginia fans, that won't give him a chance, that thinks they're perfect, I guess, in their life. I mean, so, yeah, I'm giving them down the road. I mean,
he had no choice to leave. They wouldn't give him his money to where he keep the coaching staff he wanted.
So
he had no choice.
And the thing is, he recruits, okay, and this is the fans that don't, like I talk about the X's and O's. The fans that don't know X's and O's, they don't know nothing about the game, probably never played a game a whole before in their life. The thing is, Rich Rod, when he made his run back in early 2000s, and he had them real good teams, he was using 3-star players, okay? West Virginia don't get the 5-star blue chip players like your SEC teams, the Bamas and Ohio States and all that.
Right.
He was using 3-star players to do that. All right, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to get his 3-star players. He's going to max their talent, what he can do. And what's going to happen now, since you got a transfer portal, some of them kids is going to be talked away, and they're going to hit the transfer portal, and they're not going to be as successful because Rich Rod knows how to coach. He knows how to get it out of the talent, out of the kids that are what you're considered your mediocre kids. So he'll be fine. They'll win 6 to 7 games next year because this team here was small, man. I mean, their front man their line was small. It was horrible. And it was just good to see them improving in 3 to 4 game stretch where they was competitive.
Right.
But I mean, and then you played a juggernaut in Texas Tech. I'm just sorry. They're tough. So that's that with that. And that's West Virginia's going to be fine. So some of you fans, settle down. You West Virginia fans, just settle down. It's we're going to be all right. And they're going to be winning. So just sit back and buckle up and stop crying. That's all I'm going to say to some of y'all West Virginia fans. Now, the news, big news, you probably don't know about this. and this is what I want to talk about. Ole Miss's coach Lane Kiffin left. He took the LSU job.
Oh,
Ole Miss is going to the playoffs, which he still wanted to coach them, but Ole Miss wouldn't allow him.
that's what I was kind of wondering because when he was gonna say, because
Yeah.
like
So
if the coach leaves at the end of the season, and if they have a bowl game, and if they in the playoffs, does he still get the coach? Because you're like, if you hit the transfer
He
portal, you
can.
can't play.
he can, but Ole Miss ain't going to allow it. It's like a bad breakup, okay? Which
Right.
he's been at Ole Miss for 6 years. To me, I don't know which, and I've seen people comment and they say this should be no surprise. I mean, Lane Kiffin goes for money. I don't know what they offered him. I don't know why you want to go to LSU because they're like on a rebuilding. You're winning at Ole Miss. I mean, you're 11-1, 7-1 in the SEC. You're staying in the SEC going to LSU. But I just watched the thing where they interviewed him. He said they wouldn't allow him to stay. So, and
If
my
I
thing,
remember right, didn't he coach? I want to say he coached the Cardinals.
he coached
He was in the NFL.
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was. Lane's always he could have been. I always remember him in college. He used to coach USC some. Actually, let me bring it up and tell you. He don't stay long wherever he goes.
Right.
I mean, so it ain't no surprise. He ain't going to stay long at LSU either. But my thing is, I'm a person. I don't really like change. So I wouldn't want to be jumping every 4 or 5 years, jumping going
Yeah.
somewhere. Let's see. All right, he's 50 years old. He's not that much older than me. He's younger than you. Trying to see where all he's coached. All right, yeah, you're right.
Was it the Cardinals? I swore
No,
bananas.
Oakland Raiders
Raiders.
from 2007 to 2008.
All I remember is he had a bad year.
All right, and then he coached Tennessee in 2009, USC from 2010 to 2013. He got in trouble out there. Florida Atlantic in 2017 to 2019, and Ole Miss from 20 to 25. So that's where he's at. And my thing is, and that's like I heard Nick Saban talked about it too, about these coaches leaving and stuff like that. And it should all this. He said, he said they need to change the window. All this needs to be done after the season's over with. But they
Yep.
have a certain window. Their recruiting window is in December. So I think there's a deadline with recruiting in December and stuff like that to try to get recruits in. Now, as far as the transfer portal goes, I don't know how that works. So
I know because the transfer portal, it seems to be open at the same time the bowl games and stuff are on. And if you hit the portal, now you can't play.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. There's stuff that needs to be done. And to me, it's hard to believe a coach. I mean, you're leaving a team that's going to make the playoffs. And probably could have made a playoff push.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To go to an LSU team that didn't do good this year at all. So, I don't know. It all involved money. It had to be money.
Right.
Because if
And
you
my
think when
thing
it
is,
come to money, LSU's going to have more money than Ole Miss.
yeah. But
So,
here's my thing. Did they give him one of them ultimatums like, hey, look, we need to know by such and such, and that's why he had to go ahead and announce it? Because my thing is they could have kept that under the but they could have kept that, quiet until.
well, now they had it was drug out for a while, okay? They had because they asked him why it took so long, and he said he wanted to make sure everything, you know, that's what they wanted to do and everything else. So, and he made a decision today after, I guess, yesterday's game. So that's where we're at. Um, so, on our picks in college, I got you by one game. I went 15-7. You did 15-8. Usually you get me. Usually you get me in college, but you got me there. So speaking of which we don't have too many to pick because it's championship weekend coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So in college, and then they're going to pick the playoff system. That's going to be all screwed up. It's going to be an SEC playoff system instead of
Yeah, because I don't know about. I think don't quote me wrong on this one because like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. But the ACC is going to have a championship game. Don't the champion automatically get in the playoffs?
yeah, they get a bid in the playoffs. Who are the championship of each not division of each
Conference.
conference. Yeah, conference gets a bid into the championship.
Okay, that's
So,
good because I was looking at going by the top, the 25 and then taking the first 12 because the ACC don't have nobody in the first 12. Miami is the closest and they're at 13.
and here's my thing. See, how's that going to affect Ole Miss when the committee is looking at putting Ole Miss into the playoff when you don't have a head coach?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? How's that gonna affect them putting them in there?
Well, whoever they move up to the interim coach, whether it be the defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, you gonna have a what you call it, this is your audition for the job.
Because to me, I think that would play a key factor, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, are we really going to put this team in there with an interim coach?
That's true.
Because it's not going to be their best product.
But also, you got to look at it. It hurts the team.
It does.
These are kids. You're going to take it out on the kids because the coach decided to quit because he decided to get the money back.
Now, I wonder how many kids now hits the portal because of that and not play.
Ooh, I didn't think about that too because some of them might say, well, you going to LSU. I'm going to go to LSU.
So, all right, we'll go ahead and get in our picks for this weekend. Like I said, there won't be that many games because regular season's over. You got conference championships coming up. The one we're going with is the American Atlantic Championship. North Texas is playing Tulane. I'm going to go with North Texas on this.
Oh, I'm going to have to go North Texas too because Tulane I'm going to go to Tulane.
All right. It's hard to go get. I was going to pick Tulane, but I went with North Texas. North Texas.
But see, they're both small schools.
Yeah.
They're both small schools. So it was like, and the only reason why I picked Tulane is because we had a kid that when I was in Texas over in Beaumont when we was working, my wife taught at Westbrook High School. So one of the high school kids, he went to Tulane. This is a long time ago, but it was like early 2000s. He went to Tulane and then he went to, from there, he got drafted by then they were the Redskins. But he didn't do too good in pro.
Where's Tulane at?
Tulane is, I want to say it's
down south.
Yeah, it's
Mississippi
near Orleans.
Okay.
Tulane is in Orleans because LSU is in Baton Rouge.
Yeah. All right. Now here you go. You got the Big Ten championship. You got number 2 Indiana, number 1 Ohio State. This is going to be a big showdown.
I think Ohio State will get their karma. I'm going Illinois because
Indiana, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because I think they might have, because if Michigan would have done the dirty work I needed to do, Indiana would be number 1 right now.
Well, Michigan got their butts handed to them.
Yeah, they did.
I'm going Ohio State on this. Ohio State. Most of these teams will be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's just this here will just decide who gets a bye and who don't.
Yep.
Going to the Big 12 championship, you've got BYU and Texas Tech.
Tech.
Tech's going to win this. Now, I don't think this will be a ball game, but we'll see. I could be wrong. But maybe Texas Tech goes in with a little, big head, maybe, or maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe so.
But Texas Tech, I think, will win this. It may be a ball game, but I don't know. To me, I think they'll win this by probably 17 points. But
And everybody keep an eye out where Steve Young is, just in case you try to get back in a little college uniform.
you got some of them kids saying, "Who? Steve who?"
Exactly.
Showing our age. We're showing our age, Beans. Then you got the SEC championship. You got number 4 Georgia and number 10 Alabama. Here's my thing. I'm gonna go Georgia on this.
I was going Georgia too.
I hope Bama loses. That gets their 3rd loss, but they're still going to put them in there because they already talked about 6 SEC teams in there, which is not right. And then you go to the ACC, and I just seen this popped up.
And this will be their one team, whoever wins this game.
That's it. And think about
Virginia
this.
and Miami, I think.
No.
It's not?
No. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's see.
Duke, who is 7-5, playing Virginia, who is 10-2.
What?
Yeah.
Duke is gonna get killed.
So, now here's the thing. That's what those people were complaining about in the Big 12. They said if Duke wins, they'll be 8-5, making the playoffs.
Uh-huh.
You have a BYU team that may lose to be 11-2 and not make it.
Yeah, that's not right.
So that's a rundown right there of
that was like remember that one NFL year? Dang, I can't remember what team did it, but it was when they first went to 17 games. Somebody had a losing record, but they won their division. I forgot what team.
That was in y'all's division. That was that one
it?
year. Yeah, I think that was in y'all's that one year when y'all's division was horrible. What was it? Maybe the Giants, or was it the Eagles?
No, it wouldn't have been the Eagles. It would have had to have been the Cowboys then.
Maybe Cowboys.
Yeah, because somebody got in with a losing record. They was 8-9, but they won their division at 8-9.
I'm gonna look it up real fast and talking about, we got that VetTix where you can go on and get tickets, and that's like yesterday. I think it popped up for the ACC championship tickets on VetTix.
How good were they? Were they in any?
I don't know. You just got to bid but
okay.
I'll be at the West Virginia basketball game this coming Saturday. So
cool beans.
Let's see here. See what it says. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, you ready?
Uh-huh.
We both were wrong.
Oh, okay.
The Washington football team. In 2020, they was 7-9.
Yeah.
2020, they were 7-9. So we both were wrong. I was getting ready to say the Washington team. I was going to say Commanders, but
I didn't think it would have been them. I was like, they were sucking so bad. But yeah, they were sucking. But they that whole division sucked bad where they made it at 7-9. Yeah, that game was boring. I shut it off. I don't know who's winning.
All right, let's get to the NFL. Get down to some scores right now. All right, the Commanders are winning. I hope they do. Oh well, never mind. Denver just scored a touchdown.
Oh,
Crap.
just talking about them sucking.
Well, they were up 7-6, and then Bo Nix is acting like Patrick Mahomes. He's diving down and throwing the ball like Mahomes did, and just threw a touchdown pass.
Oh dang!
All right. Let's run down some scores from the day. We'll start with back on Thanksgiving Day. I guess it was a good day for you, not for me.
Yep. Because originally I had to take a loss there because I picked Detroit to win. And I got to thinking about it because it was one of the shows I was watching. They said for the last 12 years that because the original teams that played on Thanksgiving was Dallas and Detroit. It was always Dallas and Detroit.
Detroit, yeah, that was the only teams at the time.
Yep. And they said for the last 12 years, only one of them gonna win. So I was like, for Dallas to win, Detroit got to take the loss. And that's what happened.
All right, we're going to tie in the NFL this week. Me and you are going to tie. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 correct picks right now. We got 2 games left. You got the game going on now. Both of us has got the Broncos, and then tomorrow night we both got the Pats. So we're going to tie with our picks. Going down Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, you had the Lions and the Packers. You picked the Lions. I picked the Packers. Packers won 31-24. The Lions is not looking too good for the Lions.
It's sure not. But I needed them to keep sucking one more week.
I'll run down their schedule here in a minute. Then the Cowboys beat the Chiefs 31-28. And then some of your Cowboy fans are back on, I guess, those fans that said this is our year, like every year. I guess they're thinking back on, since they won, they're going to win the Super Bowl, I guess, this year now. Some of them on social media, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, really? And they said, one of my buddies said, well, we got a better chance than those Chiefs. No, not really. You're in the same situation we're in.
Yep.
The Chiefs got to win out. They win all 5 games. They'll finish 11-6. Your Cowboys got to win out.
Yep.
I see the Eagles losing probably 2 more games before the season's over.
But here's the thing. My Cowboys also need help, and they're not getting any help. I needed Carolina to lose today. That didn't happen.
No, you're missing it.
You're missing to lose today. Didn't happen.
You're missing it. All they got to do is win the division. They can win the division. Eagles are going to lose 2 more games.
This is true because I'm trying to.
You're looking at wild card
with the wild card. Yeah,
you're looking at wild card, and I'm looking at the division winner. I'll get to that here in a minute. I'm gonna mention something. And Dan Orlowski mentioned it on ESPN, and which I ain't the biggest fan of him. He says some good stuff sometimes, and then sometimes I look at him, I'm like, what in the world are you talking about?
Right.
But he talked about the officiating this year has not been good at all. And it hasn't.
Yeah.
And I get it all the time being a Chiefs fan, how the refs cheat for the Chiefs over the last years. And I'm going to mention this. I think I may have mentioned it last weekend on the podcast. And I'm going to mention it again because there was one call in the Dallas game I'm going to mention that was not a penalty. Previous years with the Chiefs, when they said the refs were cheating, they were penalties on them plays, but it was all about the consistency of the calling throughout the game. Yeah. All right, I'm going to explain to some of you fans that don't know the consistency of the play call, of the calling of penalties. Over the years, there were penalties on those flags that they threw in them Chiefs games. This year, and now get this, I've only got to see a few Chiefs games because If it's during the day, since we live on the East Coast, it's either going to be the Eagles on the TV, the Steelers, or the Bengals, or the Panthers. That's the 4 games that's going to be broadcast.
Yep.
So the couple games I've got to watch, and the one I didn't even get to watch, I was listening to it on the radio. There was that one call on Sunday where they called I think it was on Hollywood Brown, and it was not, I don't care what Gene said, they called it a pick. They threw a pass to,
Oh no, it was on Worthy.
Worthy, and the pass was to Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
That was not even, that guy came up to Xavier Worthy. Okay. Just because the defender can't get to Hollywood Brown does not make that a pick. That was not a pick at all.
It was not a pick, but it was a penalty. And this is what I'm going to tell you, because I remember, I'm not sure about pro, but I know it is as far as high school football, because I got called for the same thing. It's like what they call Hollywood Brown. I mean, not Hollywood. Worthy didn't throw it. He wasn't picked, but it was still a block. And
but he didn't really block
when the ball is in the air.
He stopped. He went up to him and hold on. I think I may. He went up to him and stopped. He really wasn't even blocking. Now the defender came up to him to like a block, but Worthy, I mean, he just stopped. So there wasn't like if he was pushing, yeah, that's going to be blocking. It's going to be a penalty. But that was no penalty whatsoever.
It's just but they were consistent because they also called that same penalty on Dallas when Dak was going to run at first, and then he threw it to Ferguson, but Ferguson already turned around and was throwing the block.
Did you not get that? You not get that thing I sent you, or did I not send it to you?
No, you might not didn't send it to me.
The last 4 games, the Dallas Cowboys 4 games, the penalties.
No.
Lopsided. There was a thing. It was lopsided penalties for Dallas. The opponents that Dallas has played the last 4 games. I don't know. I may not have sent it to you. I probably didn't. If it ain't in the last couple of days since Thanksgiving, no, I didn't send it to you. Nah, I probably didn't.
Now I got the one where you're talking about Dan from ESPN with the but that's the only one I got. Oh, but what did they say during those officiating?
The last 4 games, their last 3 or 4 opponents, their opponents that had like 100 and some yards and penalties, and Dallas is real low. So it had a meme of Jerry Jones with a big wallet handing the money to the refs. But all jokes aside, but I mean, I'm talking about other games too. And I mentioned in the one Chiefs game I was listening to on the radio when Travis Kelce got underneath the center, scored a touchdown. They threw a flag, supposedly for holding on a Chiefs lineman, which Chiefs linemen do hold, but even the announcers on that and people that I've talked to, they said that was not even a penalty, but they threw a flag.
Right.
So it's stuff like that, and I've seen them in other games. It's been bad, and it's changing outcomes of games. It's changing the outcomes. You look at the Eagles. The Eagles should have probably had 2 more losses already if they had been calling the penalties.
With them tush pushes, yeah,
it
was like jumping early, offsides,
and then I mean, I just don't get it. And another, and I know I'm gonna say this, because I'm a Chiefs fan. It's just the Chiefs have been behind some bad calling. I mean, even when there was a play that was an intentional grounding called on Patrick Mahomes, the ball was tipped. Okay.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid went to throw the challenge flag, and they said he couldn't challenge that.
Yeah,
and they said, yes, you can. No, Gene said it was. He said, yeah.
Oh,
Gene said that was a challengeable play because the ball was tipped. Now,
and the refs said it.
On the refs on the field said it wasn't a challengeable call.
Yeah.
Now, if the ball wasn't tipped, you can't challenge that.
Right. But here's my thing. I believe because we're human. I might see something and it didn't go the way I saw it. So it should be able to be challenged. Everything should be challenged.
Here's the thing. All right. You go to an NFL game, them men are out there are fast and they're flying. So it's easy for us to pick the reffing apart because you're trying to pay attention and everything else. But I think everything should be reviewed instantly.
Yeah.
So keep the game fair. I mean, because them guys, now you're talking about older men on the field, refs now. Some of these guys 12, 14, 16-year vets. Okay. You look at us. I mean, you're what, 54, 55?
55.
55. I'm 44. You start getting over your 40s, your eyes are not the same. Your eyes start going downhill. So here you are. You're trying to watch all these men that are flying up and down the field, and you're going to miss calls. Okay. But the thing is, some of this stuff is the blatant stuff. It's just like, what are you doing? What are you looking at?
Right.
Then here, I was gonna get one more score here from and then the late game on Thanksgiving night was the Ravens and the Bengals. The Bengals won 32-14. So
man, I thought Joe Burrow coming back was gonna be a mistake. It's just like, wow.
But did you
it's
see
like two different teams.
Did you see when they interviewed him before the game? They was talking to him, and she said the chances of y'all making the playoff is very slim. She said, "Why'd you come back?" He said, "Well," he said, we get paid big money to play a kid's game." And he said, "I'm ready to play. I can go and I want to play." He said, "That's why," he said, "I'm back." He said, "Because I'm ready to go." He said, "We get paid big money to play kids' games." So I like Joe Burrow. So that's what he said. And so the thing is, and we'll get to the standings here in a minute. Because everything else. But I'll go from the scores today. Right now, halftime in DC, you got the Broncos 13, the Commanders 7. I hope the Commanders can pull it off. Go Commanders.
I do too, but Dayton Daniels is not in there.
Nah, he's still out. 49ers beat the Browns 26-8. You had the Jaguars over Titans 25-3. And that's another team. The Jaguars are going to make the playoffs. They're going to get bounced first round. That team is inconsistent, bad. I mean, which they play Tennessee Titans. They'll come out one game, they'll put up 25 points, and the next game they'll only put up 3.
Yep.
At least my Chiefs are putting up in their 20s. They're putting points up in the 20s. I mean, they're losing, but Jaguars is just so inconsistent. It's not even funny. All right, here's my sleeper team to make a push in the AFC. You ready for it? Because I'm all about defense. Defense wins championships.
Yep.
The Texans beat the Colts 20-16. The Texans go to Arrowhead next weekend. My Chiefs got to win out. This game here, I'm going to call it right now. This game here next weekend won't get out of the teens. It'll be a 16-13 game, 19-16 game, 19-13 game. This is going to be you ain't going to run the ball on the Chiefs. You're going to have to throw. Well, you look what they've done. They've shot every run game down this year. Every one. You're going to have to throw. And they're blaming a lot of Chiefs fans, crazy Chiefs fans. There's some, like I said, you got craziness in every fan base. But the thing is, they said we need a new secondary and everything else. Secondary is better than it has been. But what they're not looking at, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Spagnuolo is like blitzing on 50% of the time.
Yeah.
So when you blitz, okay, you got man to man. If you don't get to that quarterback, he gets that ball off. So that's some of the thing is there. You got to get to him quick. But,
right. And you know what the fans they screaming about new McDuffie had a few pass interference calls when they played Dallas. But here's the thing.
They were pass interference. You're playing the number one receiver in the league.
That's true. They were pass interference. But here's the thing. Dallas just lucked up on this because Remember, I was talking crap. I gotta eat my toes with barbecue sauce and all the other stuff. But I was talking about George Pickens is not an A1 receiver. And it turns out I was wrong because like the way he was playing the last few years up in Pittsburgh, he was just mediocre. But now he's up here with Dallas. And now he's blowing. It's like you can't double CD or double Judge Pickens. If you don't double, one of them is gonna break on you.
Well, they pretty much slowed down Pickens, and then Lamb went off.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, when you got a double threat like that, see, that's like I ain't worried about the Texans' offense next weekend. They can't. I think C.J. Stroud's back. Yeah, he went 22
because he was back today.
276 yards. That offense ain't gonna put up a lot of points. The problem with the Chiefs is the Chiefs don't have a line. The Chiefs has no line. Against your Cowboys, they had 3 backups on the line.
Right? They did.
One got hurt in the game, so that made 3 backups. Mm-hmm. So they have no run game because you have no line. What's that do? That hurts your pass game.
Yep.
If you can't run the ball, and I like Tony Romo. He was announcing that game, and Tony Romo, he said something. I wish I could have said, "You're crazy." He said, "Chiefs have got a good run game." The Chiefs ain't had a good run game in the last 2 or 3 years.
Right. Well,
his rookie, Pacheco's rookie year, he rushed for 1,000 yards.
And
then that's been it. That's it. They ain't had 1,000-yard rusher since then. Okay, but you got to have a line to be able to block. They ain't had a line the last 2 or 3 years.
That's true.
So
and they still got that dude.
Simmons, Taylor.
Simmons. Taylor's the one I'm talking about. Simmons is the rookie.
Well, okay, Simmons and Taylor. Simmons and Taylor have been getting all the flags. They've been getting all the flags all year long.
Because he's a rookie, and then Taylor knows better. Taylor gives away. I wish that Taylor's the guy they picked up from Jacksonville.
Well, he can't block.
He can't. He's the one they picked up after they won them 2 Super Bowls, and then they bring him in. They got him from Jacksonville. He gives away the play so many times. It's just like if he's on the line, it's gonna be a run. If he's back here, way back here, it's a pass play, and he lines up that way.
Yeah,
I mean, he's just giving it away,
and he can't block anyway. All right, let me get down to these scores here. Dolphins beat the Saints 21-17. The Jets beat the Falcons 27-24. You had the Bucks beating the Cardinals 20-17. And how about this? I hate this. I really do. Panthers beat the Rams 31-28.
I hated that too.
My Rams are going to be my pick coming out of the NFC. Seahawks beat the Vikings 26-0. The Bills beat the Steelers 26-7. Chargers beat the Raiders 31-14. And that's the rundown. And then you got the game tomorrow night, the Giants and the Patriots.
All right, we got to talk about this. What coaches is getting fired? I was going to start Kevin Stefanski for Chicago. I mean, not Chicago, but Browns. He's going to be my one to get. Yeah, Stefanski. He's getting fired. But what's his name in Minnesota? He might be getting fired.
Yeah, he could. I don't think they're too quick there to fire, which they've had injuries. Once again, injury bugs hitting their quarterbacks. So my thing is firing a coach when your quarterback's being hurt, you're playing with backups. That's to me is I don't know why you do it.
Yeah, but see that's not what they're going to look because that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at they let Sam Darnold go to Seattle because they was trusting in this kid that they didn't even see play because he was spent all last year hurt.
Yeah.
So they don't know what they had in this kid, and they let him go.
Well, see,
I'm like,
and this is going to Sam Darnold. I'm going to say this. Sam Darnold is another Dak Prescott. He wins in the regular season, puts up good numbers, and he don't show up in the playoff.
Yeah.
So that's like some of them Cowboys fans that think, all right, we're back, we're winning. The real Dak will stand up. The real Dak will show up when it comes down to it. Y'all need them to win the last game, and then the real Dak's going to show up. And really, he should have threw a second interception in that first quarter right after the first one in that Chiefs game, but
Yeah,
they
because
dropped.
he dropped it.
But yeah, to me, I can see it be the Browns. I would have to say the Browns. I mean, who else? I mean, all them other ones are just Stefani's been there or whatever his name is, he's been there for a while.
Yeah, he's been there for like 5 years. And now he actually has what's it called? Because he's talking about something he didn't want to play Sanders. And after San Fran whipped him, now he has some baggage to say, see, I told you he couldn't play, and blase, and want to go lean back to going back to Galen, going back to Dylan.
I think if Sanders goes somewhere else, he's going to be all right. I think he'll be fine. Let me run down the standings real fast, and then we'll get to picking. But I think the Browns. I think I'm with you on that. I don't know who else right now. Who you going to? Unless you get with the Cardinals or somebody.
Yeah, the Cardinals. I think the coach, he'll be all right. Pete Carroll's all right. He just got there.
Yeah, all the other ones is still just got there. So I mean, you gotta. I think I'm with you on the Browns.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go. If not, what's his name, McDaniel for Miami.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about Miami. He's gone too.
Yep.
Them two right there will be on the hot seat.
Yep.
All right, here's our standings, and we'll talk about possible playoffs and everything else. New England's leading the AFC East at 10-2. You got the Bills at 8-4. Them two are probably going to go to your playoffs. Right now, that is your. Well, if Denver wins tonight, they'll be 10-2 as well. But right now, the Patriots is looking pretty good. Mm-hmm. AFC North is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah, because now I think the Baltimore is back in the lead now.
Well, they was in a lead last week. They were leading last week. Well, both the Steelers and them lost this weekend. So you got the Ravens and the Steelers at 6-6. The Bengals are at 4-8. Now get this. The Bengals, I think, has got to play. They play the Ravens again.
Yep.
Okay. So, and I think the Steelers the Bengals may play.
I think they played Pittsburgh twice. Yeah.
So, if the Bengals win out, they win that division.
Yep.
So that division is still all up in the air. Now, here you go with the Colts loss. You ready for this? Jacksonville jumps ahead in the AFC South.
That was a surprise to me.
And then you got Jacksonville and the Colts at 8-4. You got Houston at 7-5. So that's going to be a big game this coming weekend at Arrowhead for both teams. For Houston to stay in the hunt, and for the Chiefs to stay in.
Chiefs to stay alive.
So, all right, you go here in the AFC West. Denver's 9-2. Chargers are 8-4, which the Chiefs got to play the Chargers and the Broncos one more time. The Chiefs are at 6-6. Like I said, if the Chiefs win out, that puts them at 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have probably, depending how it plays out, the team in the AFC going 10-7 or 11-6 and probably not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So then over here in the NFC, this is what I was telling you. Eagles are 8-4. Your boys are 6-5-1. Yes, the tie is hurting y'all, but I'm going to do this real fast. I see the Eagles losing 2 more games. I'm going to run down this schedule right here. Me and you picked the Bears beating them, and they did.
Yep.
Okay. They've lost the last 2 games. They lost to you all. They lost to the Bears. They play the Chargers. The Eagles plays the Chargers this coming, I guess it's 8:15, so that'd be a Monday night game.
Yeah. Oh, 8:15. That could be the Sunday night game.
It could be Sunday night too. Either one. They both start
Yeah.
at 8. So, but they play at 8:15. Here's their remaining schedule. Okay. Well, I don't know if the Chargers will beat them or not. I don't know if the Chargers will beat the Eagles.
I don't know either. Chargers are iffy. You think they done, and then they come out and they'll blow somebody out.
Well, I was saying 2 games. It's only going to probably be one more game they'll lose. They got the Chargers, they got the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills, Commanders. They may split the Commanders. Commanders always gives them a fit, the Eagles.
Yeah, and if Jalen Daniels is back by then.
So they'll probably lose to the Bills, but you never know. The Bills are the Bills also.
Yeah, they have some up and downs this year too.
So that's the AFC North. I mean AFC, not North. The AFC East, NFC East. I'll get it right here in a minute. And then here you go to the NFC North. This is a crazy division right now. You got the Chicago Bears 9-3. The Packers are at 8-3. Detroit's at 7-5. Detroit, man, this is just a crazy year because Detroit's 7-5. We get to the West here. We're getting ready to find out what the West. You get the South. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Tampa Bay's at 7-5. Panthers are at 7-6. And then you get out west, and this is what's crazy. The Rams and Seahawks are both 9-3, and the 49ers are at 9-4.
Wow.
So as this goes, unless it starts changing dramatically, I see 3 teams coming from the West.
Yep.
So you're going to have the Rams, the Seahawks, and the 49ers coming from the West, making the playoffs. So the other 2 teams are probably going to come from the North with the Bears and the Packers, unless that changes towards the end. Because I think the Lions will have to play the Bears again and the Packers maybe one more time.
The South and the East only have one team, whoever their division leaders are.
That's it. So the Panthers could finish second and have a good season and not make the playoff.
Yep.
Which the
Panthers, because the Panthers won today, but the Bucks also won today, so the Bucks still keep that number 1 spot.
Here's the Panthers schedule. You ready for this?
Yeah.
The remaining schedule for the Panthers is this. All right, they're going to win next weekend, so they're going to go 8-6. They're going to the Saints.
Yep. Okay, they got that one.
They play the Bucks, the Seahawks, which I'm telling you wrong. They got a bye week next weekend. So coming out of their bye week, they go to the Saints.
Okay.
The Saints, the Bucks, Seahawks, and Bucks.
Oh, so they got to play Bucks twice. And they go 1-3.
They'll probably split. They play the Bucks pretty tough. Okay. So they may split that. If not,
2-2.
So, all right, let's just say they go 2-2. And right now, if they go 2-2, that puts them at 9-8. But they missed the playoff. So, it's just crazy with the this year and the standings. And I'm telling you right now, like I said last weekend, I'm gonna say it again this weekend, and we'll find out next weekend if it's possible. They don't want the Chiefs making it in, because that'd be one of your teams making it in on a wild card that could make a push.
Yeah,
because you got the coaching staff, and I'm telling you, it comes down to coaching staff. It comes down. I mean, they got the playmakers on offense. They
sure do. They sure do. Because you got to think the way they use. I mean, they got Hollywood Brown, and he's hardly ever used. Hollywood Brown, Juju, they're not really used. The main ones that they use on that offense is Rice. Ever since he's been back, they just been gunning that ball to him. Him and Worthy, both of them Texas schools. Worthy out of Texas, and then Rice out of SMU.
So, but yeah, that's a team you don't want. And my buddy is a Cowboy fan that told me, so well, the Cowboys are in a better situation than the Chiefs, and then the Cowboys are playing good ball right now. I think they're playing the best ball that's in that division as of right now, as a whole. But they're going to have to win out, and hopefully, for your guys' sake, that the real Dax don't show up from the years past.
Oh yeah,
the one that throws 2, 3, 4 interceptions.
Yep.
All right. Here we go. We'll do some picks, and then we'll be about done with this episode. This coming Thursday, your boys will be playing the Lions.
And I'm going with my boys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. The thing is with the Lions, and we've talked about it before. I'll mention it again. The offensive coordinator left the Lions and went to Chicago. You see the big difference.
Yep. And
Both
not to
teams-
mention, Dan Campbell will mess it up. It's 4th and 4. He'll go for it.
Both teams pretty much have the same playmakers. The only thing that changed is Ben went from the Lions to the Bears. That's it.
Yep.
So then you've got the Browns going to Tennessee. I say the Browns will win. No, Tennessee's going to Cleveland.
Tennessee going to Cleveland. Cleveland should win that one. Come on now. I'm going Cleveland.
Then you've got the Broncos going to the Raiders. There's no way the Raiders can beat the Broncos. I wish they could, but it's not happening.
It's not happening. You know, they said Geno is second, got second most sacks. The only one that quarterback been sacked more than him is Cam Ward for Tennessee. I was like, wow, Geno.
Man, hey, right now the Commanders are up 14-13. Yeah. Beat those Broncos. All right, then this is the big game Sunday night. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Are they playing Saturday now?
No, I don't think they start Saturday games yet.
Sunday
after college.
Okay, well, they got this game here in the middle. That's why I didn't know. This is an 8:20 game. You got the Texans and the Chiefs at Arrowhead. This is what I'm doing. I'm going Texans. Texans are winning this game.
I'm still going Chiefs.
I'm going strategy. Last year, I picked them to lose most of their games last year, and they went 15-2. I've been picking them to win this year, and they've been losing. So, strategy.
Right. I hear you.
All right. Let's see here. You got the Seahawks going to Atlanta. Seahawks, I think, will win that.
Hawks is going to tear them Falcons up.
The Bengals are going to the Bills. I'm going Bengals on this. I'm going Bengals.
I'm going to go on there with you. I'm going to jump on that bandwagon with you. It's going to be tight, though.
Commanders are going to the Vikings.
Commanders.
Commanders.
I wouldn't dare pick the Vikings. Vikings have let me down just too many times. No, I'm not picking them again. I'm sorry. Y'all guy, he's getting fired.
The Dolphins are playing the Jets. I'm going to go Dolphins. The Dolphins are 5-7. That could get them to 6-7.
I'm going Jets because McDaniels is getting fired.
Saints at the Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
That Saints organization has been a mess. All right, here's a division rival right going on. The Colts are playing the Jaguars. They're going to
Colts.
Jacksonville. I'm gonna go Colts.
I think they're going to be mad about the Houston loss today and going to take it out on Jacksonville.
We got to think. Colts has done lost 2 in a row.
Yep.
The Chiefs and that. But they play 2 tough defenses. And the Jaguars' defense is all right.
Yeah, Houston's defense is tough, though.
Yeah, they are. Steelers playing the Ravens in Baltimore. This is
Damn.
like a flip of a coin.
I know.
Whew, let's flip the coin. I'm
I'm gonna
going
go.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens too because I go say because what's his name? Aaron Rodgers will be out, and it's just like Aaron Rodgers is. He's gotten old and he's not that good. But the thing is, the offense was moving when Aaron Rodgers was in there, and when Rudolph Mason got in there, it was stagnant. And you could see that last week when he started, that the offense was stagnant. They didn't get anywhere with Rudolph.
All right, now we got the Bears are going to the Packers. I'm gonna tell you this.
Bears.
I'm on the Bears bandwagon right now. They're looking
Me
good.
too. Me
Caleb
too.
Williams is looking good. I can't believe I said that. Caleb Williams, I think, has matured. He's looking good as a
Hmm.
quarterback. I'm going
And
Bears.
technically, Thanksgiving Day, Green Bay should have lost that game. You know how many times they have said that what's his name has gone for it in the last two games on fourth down and he has not made it? And he
Yeah,
keeps going for it. And it was like a couple of those fourth down plays, they were in field goal range.
yeah. All right, you got the Rams playing the Cardinals. I'm going Rams.
Yeah, Rams. Rams will bounce back.
The Eagles are playing the Chargers. It's Monday night.
I
I
want
don't.
Chargers to so bad win that. I'm going Chargers. Come on, Philly. Get three in a row.
I got the Eagles. I don't think the Chargers. I hope the Eagles win to help my Chiefs out. Um,
Oh, yeah, I understand that. But here's the thing. This is the thing that I meant to talk about this because I looked it up earlier and it was talking about I was talking to about John Moore about it. The reason why the Eagles is having such a bad year versus how they was doing last year. Last year they kept feeding the ball to
to
Saquon
Barkley.
Barkley.
Yeah,
And about this time, he already had 1,800 yards, getting ready to go on that 2,000. Right now, I don't think he's made 1,000 yards. When they played Dallas, they rushed him 13 times. He had 58 yards.
that's what they did all year. They stopped feeding the guy that got you to the Super Bowl, that helped you win the Super Bowl. You
Uh-huh.
stop feeding him, you stop using him, and this is what happens.
Exactly. And you know
So
what? I'm going for another one. They'll forget to use them
Eagles,
again.
I'm going to tell you this. There's a couple teams that is not going to the Super Bowl. Eagles ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Oh no.
They are not going to the Super Bowl. They ain't going to repeat. Actually, they're probably going to be a first round bounce out. So they're not going to get the number. They ain't got the number one seed. So in the way they're going, but they'll probably have a home game. But depending on how it lines out, they could get knocked out first round.
Yep.
They're not playing good ball. You remember the year before last? They started out like 11-1, and then they lost the last seven
Yeah.
games, including the first one, got bounced out.
Yep.
So because we had what's his name, Sereni or whatever his name is, on the hot seat
Yeah, we
because
did.
of it. But that's I guess that's about that's our picks for next weekend. We're at the over the hour on this episode. So like we always do, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, dial 988, dial and then dial 1. That'll get you to the resources that you need. It's a veteran crisis line, 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. And if I'm not mistaken, that 988 is still the crisis hotline, not just for veterans, it's for anyone.
Yeah, it's national I remember I forgot what game there. I was like, they watch our show. I was like, because they announced it on
Yeah.
one of the football games down 988.
And dial 1, or if you dial that 800 number, dial 1, they'll get you into the contact, get you the help you need. Also, if you're a veteran, go to the VA hospital, go to the ER, or if you're not a veteran, you can go to the ER. They still have to see you.
Yeah.
So go there, get the help you need. Keep an eye on your battle buddies, your friends. If you need change behavior, try to talk to them. Try to help them out. Get the help they need. Anything else, Beans?
I got nothing.
Well, that's it of this episode. This hour goes by fast.
It sure does. I didn't
So-
even notice we were over.
And we even started talking football early.
Yep,
so-
we did.
We could probably do an hour just on football.
Yep.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll have an audio out this week. If not, then we'll see you live next Sunday.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Y'all take it easy.